Hey there Internet, Keith here. Welcome to the Cars and Keith YouTube channel. And in this video, we're gonna go over beamer coding my BMWs. I don't feel like making 5 or 10 different videos on beamer coding these little things or doing beamer code on this one and then doing beamer code on that one. It's all gonna be in the same video. Now, if you didn't already know, Helen here is a 440i M Sport Grand Coupe, a 2018. Now, Hannah sitting outside is an M Sport X1 2018 as well. So now what you're gonna need is you're gonna need an OBD2 dongle. Now this is sometimes 5 to 10 times faster than the other dongles, so you have 2 levels. So in the description below, I'll leave a link for an OBD2 that's similar to this one. They're basically the same, it's just rebranded. It's a Wi-Fi dongle. And then there's also a Bluetooth dongle that you can use as well. It's a little bit slower, but much more affordable, $25 to $30. These are ranging $70 to $80. So let's get Helen out of the garage, get her out in the driveway, and I'm going to show you the things that annoy me that you can code very easily with your beamer code. Before we get any further into the video, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Great stuff coming. I got a lot planned. Let's get into the video. So this is Helen here, the 440i Grand Coupe. And one of the things I'm going to show you that annoy me is that amber light right there. We can code that out to where that's only on when the blinker is being used. Another thing that we can code is to have these mirrors fold in when you hit the lock button and fold back out when you hit the unlock button. So you can see when the regular lights are on, you can see the rear tail lights, right? If I put it in daytime running lights, nothing's on. I want that to be on with the daytime running lights, and we can do that. So one cool feature Hannah has as well, is the power tailgate. So just hold that in for a couple of seconds and it'll open. But if you hold it down again, it doesn't close. We can code that as well. Also, when you close it, I would like there to be a warning sound. We can code that as well. So another annoying feature, when you put it in reverse, the side mirror goes down, but it goes down way too far. I like that feature, but you can actually adjust how far down that goes or not at all. Now the best thing about beamer code is it's only about $26.99 on iOS. I think it's about 35 bucks on Android, but you can code as many cars as you want. So you can code your friend's cars, your mom's car, whatever it is. It's not assigned to a VIN, which is an awesome feature. Now I don't know how well lit this is, but your OBD2 is down here. It's underneath your steering wheel, underneath the dash, near your brake pedal. So as you can see on my screen here, well, yes, my internet is called Keep So Fast. So let's go ahead and let's auto join that. And then that way I'm going to be given a list of what I want to connect to, the MHD9A4F. Now that we're connected, we'll go ahead and go into our beamer code. We'll hit connect. It'll automatically come up and it'll ask us what model we're going to be in. We are in the 4 Series M4. Now, if you are worried about your battery, go ahead and hook up a battery tender or something like that up. Air conditioning. What is air conditioning? The display color change. So what happens is during the day, it's white. At night, it turns an orangish color. I want it to stay white the whole time because the ambient lighting, I have white as well. Go ahead and code. So after you hit code, it's going to say an important note. You can just hit start coding. Now you're gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff. It's gonna try to restart the ECU and all this kind of stuff. Don't worry about it. It's not breaking your car. Coding successful. The electronic transmission control. What can we control there? So sport automatic transmission is already active in this car. The front electronic module. This is gonna be your favorite place. This is where the majority of all of the coding is done. Auto start stop function. Everybody's gonna love this one. Now you can set active. You can set the auto start stop function to be off by default when the car is started. Fog lights off with high beam. No, I actually want the fog lights on with the high beam. On the mirrors, this is a great one. So the fold unfold mirrors automatically. So now you hit that button lock, they fold in. Unlock, they fold out. Awesome feature. Activate for sure. Automatic mirror tilt. That mirror tilt option that I showed you earlier, when you go in reverse, it goes up and down. Now you can go ahead and you can turn that off or on. I'm going to leave that on because I like it, but I don't like how far down it goes. I think I'm going to change it to about 30%. Steering wheel with paddles. It's already active, so if you do get an upgraded steering wheel or you do add paddles, you can go ahead and code this option here. We're going to code all this. That's a lot of coding right here. Head unit. Checkbox acoustic pedestrian protection. You go ahead and give yourselves as many options as you can in your iDrive, right? You're not turning it off and on here. You're just giving yourself the option to turn it on and off in your iDrive. So now you can do the start animation. The coolest one to me is the M variant. I don't know which one it is. It's either 1 or 2. It's a flying M that just kind of flies in. We'll do M1 and see what it is. Tire pressure control. So here's another really cool one. Now, it's always set to just display the pressure only, right? Now you can set it to display the temperature and the pressure. Video via USB, active. Why wouldn't you have that active? Additional video codecs and formats. Why wouldn't you have that active? Video in motion. Once again, why not have it active? You could choose whether you want it to be on or off, but give yourself that option. Code. Start coding. Instrument cluster. The digital speed in the onboard computer, active. Why wouldn't you have that active? So now when you hit your little button on the left turn signal to change around your in-range mileage, your miles per gallon, you can now see a digital readout of your speed. If you don't have a HUD, it's nice to have. The start logo. Let's do the M Performance as the start logo. Sport Plus driving mode, active. You can activate Sport Plus if you don't already have it, and you have available as a choice in here. So we're going to code this area. Integrated chassis management. Starting in eco mode, heck no. Sport Plus driving mode. Rear electronic module. Daytime running lights. So you can choose on your rear whether you want your rear lights to be on with your front daytime running lights. You can actually choose the outer and the inner light. So yeah, active, active. I want them puppies on all the time. LCI taillights right here. You can do the entire conversion from an LCI taillight. So you can just do the LCI conversion and you're good to go. So let's code what we had there. Tailgate function module. So tailgate function when pushing the button and the interior is open only. There's a little button down here at the bottom. It only opens it. It doesn't close it. You want to be able to open and close that. What happens if it automatically opens, somebody hits the sensor under the car somehow and it opens? You're going to want to be able to close that from the inside. Tailgate function remote control. This is it. Open and close. We showed you earlier. I didn't like the fact that you cannot close it with a remote control. Warning sound when closing the tailgate with the remote control. Active now. Warning sound when closing the tailgate with the button in the interior. Active. So let's go ahead and code this. And we will be done with this car. So the first thing I was able to do is get this to stay white. We coded that earlier. Over here, now there are 2 values for the tires. Obviously right now they're blank because the ECU is reset and we now have to drive a little bit to get those to work. Let's check the side view mirror. It's very hard in this darkness. See, it only turned down a little bit. Didn't go down as far. Awesome. You see, we just have our daytime running lights on. That's just the halos. Now the rears are on with it. Now let's check tailgate. Now, will it close? Oh, and it's making a warning sound. Awesome. So here's Hannah, the X1. She is an M Sport, but she doesn't have as many of the cool packages. She does have the halogen lights and not the LED lights. In this day and age with cars, it was tough to just get an M Sport, period. I could not get the exact spec that I wanted. And let's just go ahead and code her. She has the same issue. I hold the button down. I can open the rear trunk, but it makes it sound like it wants to open, but it doesn't close. We have the same rear view mirror issue. That one goes down like really far. It's really annoying. Okay, so we just hooked up to our Wi-Fi. We're going to open our Bimmercode app. X1, there it is. Continue. Now we're going to see how different this is compared to the F36. As you can see, a lot less available. Air conditioning, display color change. Active, not active. Enable, disable the color change of the display from white to orange. I want to disable that. You see right here, it's orange. I want that to be white. Let's go ahead and code that. Coding successful. Body domain controller. Auto start stop. Yes, we can turn it off. Auto start stop function off by default is not active. I want it to be off by default. What the daytime running light basically means, do you want the outer light and the inner light? So there's an outer light on the outside, and there's an outer, and then there's an inner light on the tailgate. I actually want both of them on, so that way during the day when I'm driving down the road, my daytime running lights are on, my rear lights are on as well. Driving mode, default driving mode, comfort, no, look at that. In this car, in the X1, you can set the default driving mode, sport. In Helen and Heidi, I can't set the default driving mode to be sport or sport plus, but in here you can do it. That's awesome. Lighting, fog lights off with high beam. No, I want my fog lights on regardless. They're there for a reason. Mirrors, here we go. The mirrors are folded automatically when the car is locked or when the car is unlocked. It's a nice feature to have when you hit that lock unlock button, the mirrors fold with the car. Automatic mirror lift, you turn that on or off. I want that on, but I want the tilt value to be different. It's right now at 70 degrees. It's way too far down. I can't see anything. Let's do 30% because I still want it to be down. I still want to be able to see if there is a kid next to my car. So let's code what we have. You see the car just freaks out. Dome lights, everything. That's perfectly fine. So you go from the body domain controller. Now we are at the head unit. Checkbox acoustic pedestrian protection, like I said, for the F36. If they give you an option to put an option in your iDrive that you can select there later, put it there. Display options for the iDrive system. So you can change it to where it's a welcome screen or an animation. I want the animation, the starting animation was not picked before. I want M variant 1. I like that one. Tire pressure control. Why would you only want the display pressure? You want the display temperature and pressure. They're both available. Put them there, right? The camera warning. Oh, not active. And then night vision warning. Display the warning that is displayed when using the night vision. Turn it off. Warning at startup. That's the most annoying thing. You have to sit there and choose that. Turn that bad boy off too. I think I forgot to do that in Helen. I'll have to do that later. We're done with this one, so let's code. So on to the instrument cluster. The start logo is set at AG. I don't really know what that is, but I want M Performance because this is an M Sport. The low fuel warning lights, don't have to worry about that. I don't have part distance control. Every time I go in there, it errors out. And then I can't go into any other module until I disconnect Bimmercode and then go back in. So we're just going to avoid part distance control altogether and go to the roof function center. Acoustical lock unlock confirmation active. I like that. So we're good there. Let's code that. Tailgate function module. So tailgate function remote control open and close. And the tailgate function when pushing the button down here, open and close. All the other ones, I'm not going to worry about those. And we're going to code. So off camera, I went ahead and did the warning sounds here. And then I coded them again. But let's go ahead and see how everything worked. There's the Flying M logo. Awesome. As you can see down here, we now have the white on the climate control instead of the orange. As you can see with the daytime running lights, these lights are now on. Let's check our lift gate. Let's see if it closes. There it is. Well, I really hope that helped you Bimmercode your car. Like I said, you don't have to do all these options. You can do exactly what you want to do, and you can do it in tiers. You don't have to do it all at once. A little bit here, a little bit there. I was just trying to explain it all. And I'm glad I did it for both cars because they're totally different. Like I said, Helen here has a front and rear module. The X1 has a module controlling the whole thing. But I think we got the cars more dialed in and more comfortable for us. Those little annoying features are now gone, and we can work on some other stuff. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. So we're doing an F36 440i Grand Coupe. Man, everybody's coming. It's Thanksgiving Day. Everybody's roaring tires right here. Ambient lighting brightness decoupling from the instrument cluster. Ambient lighting brightness decoupling from your instrument cluster. Oh my gosh. Ambient lighting brightness decoupling from the internet. Checkbox acoustic checkbox. Oh my gosh, I can't talk.
Parking mode on.
Thank you, Blackview. You hear that? My air compressor turned on. Now I gotta wait for it. I forgot to turn it off and I'm in the car. Another one for the bloopers. The checkbox for the acoustic pedestrian. Oh my gosh. Ambient lighting brightness decoupling from the instrument cluster. It's going to be this one too. Sync up, baby. All right, so I just turned it off. I just turned my screen recording off.